Well, of course, in the United States, we celebrate Veterans Day on the anniversary. As the holiday approaches, we want to recognize some of the men and women who served our country.
Yeah, many of them continue to serve their communities in big ways. Jennifer caught up with one of them to introduce you to them.
Yeah, we call him a hero among us, right? We're talking about Daniel McCombs, spending more than a decade with the Army National Guard. He has dedicated his life to helping others, and he helped one local man in a big way when an unexpected detour put him in the right place at the right time.
Hey, if you do what you love, you don't work a day in your life, right?
And Officer Daniel McCombs loves to serve others. He was inspired to join the Army National Guard by his father.
He did 27 years with the U.S. Marshal Service, saw him grow up, transition through the military to retirement, so a lot of great things he did. Plus, I like serving the community.
McCombs served as a military officer for 11 years, spending time in Iraq in 2009 and 2010 before joining the Defense Logistics Agency here in Columbus in 2012.
It's a good fit for me.
A position, McCombs says, that still allows him to serve in the interest of others, using all of the skills and training he's acquired over the years, training that would be put to the test after his shift on September 11th of this year. McCombs was on his way home around 10 o'clock that night, but construction on 670 detoured his usual drive, putting him on 5th Avenue instead and in the path of someone who needed him.
I came across a crash.
The car was in the middle of the road, totaled.
My first instinct was, make sure everybody's all right, so I pulled over. At that point in time, after talking to some witnesses that were already there, we realized that the car was on fire and there was still somebody inside.
McCombs immediately went into response mode to save the driver.
Myself and two other gentlemen went over to the vehicle, tried the doors, but with the fronting collision, there was a lot of frame damage, so we had to force our way into the car.
And so you just jumped right in? I mean, you didn't even really stop to think about it, right?
It was a matter of timing. Hesitation normally costs lives, so you got to make a decision and stick with it.
And that decision saved a life. McCombs and those two other men pulled the driver to safety and stayed with him until medics arrived.
With all the training that I've got and all the situations I've been prepared for, it's one of the first things you would just go to, trying to help people out. And I feel like any other veteran or any other police officer, responder would have done the same thing. I'm not doing this for the recognition. I was just the right person at the right time.
But McCombs did get that recognition. He was presented with a commander's coin from Navy Rear Admiral John Palmer as a token of appreciation for his actions. And McCombs says he never got the chance to find out who that driver was, but would like to know that he's okay.